How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to episode number 4 of Hawkeye, which I am looking forward to getting into. I've really enjoyed the show so far as we enter the second half of this initial season. It's just been pretty amazing, especially the focus on Clint and Kate, how entertaining the last episode was, especially with Kate and Clint being able to escape from Echo and the Tracksuit Mafia. But of course, there were certain consequences. Clint's hearing aid got smashed. Thankfully, it's seemingly repaired now. But yeah, there came some very interesting sequence of events as Kate was, of course, trying to fend off the Tracksuit Mafia, which included a certain pin particle arrow, which really got me. So yeah, but it's just been very amazing. The chemistry between Kate and Clint has been really super. I am really looking forward to delving further into this. I do believe that there is a post-credit scene that was speculated, so we'll see if that is included in this episode. If not, oh well. But I am really looking forward to getting into this episode. So with that said, let's get into episode number 4 of Hawkeye Season 1. Let's go.
What the hell is going on? And why is there an Avenger in my dining room?
Oh my god. You're Archer.
Hawkeye.
Or Clint.
Archer.
Any issue I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's funny he didn't recognize him as soon as he walked in, so...
See, CB1 has trouble opening up.
Nobody calls me CB1.
I'm just trying to know for a second. It's probably some early childhood thing. He thinks he doesn't tell me much, but he ends up telling me.
Virtually tell her nothing.
But yeah, I think it's because I'm generally
I just
pretty
love how
chill,
he's
you know,
just
not like, oh my God,
shutting her
Hawkeye.
down.
Definitely not chill. By the way, thank you for saving.
Let me clarify.
Yeah.
She is not a superhero.
Oh yeah, come on, I know that.
He's just trying to be like...
She's pretty good at all this, but...
Natasha Romanoff was pretty damn good at it, wasn't she?
Oh, come on, you did...
Somebody
Hey!
is
Hey!
enough to keep you alive.
Okay, you didn't need to cut... You didn't need to cut in like that.
It's Eleanor. Could you call me back, please? It's urgent.
You shady piece of shit. Holy damn.
I talked to that friend of yours.
The other day you said, absence makes the heart grow older.
Because that's what it does.
Oh, honey, come
He's
here.
kind of like me, to
Oh,
be
you make
fair.
my heart
I get
grow older.
shit wrong all the time.
I guess.
And I'm full of cheese,
getting
basically.
laughed at by family is better than.
Oh, she... She brought a
This is
tree.
the classic Hawkeye costume we've been waiting for.
What is all this?
This is me saving the holidays.
Oh,
Get you home in time for the big day. Figured in the meantime.
Yeah, right?
This is the part where you finish my sentence with a plan.
Planning's not really my thing. Is he sure that's dry erase?
oh.
What?
I love how he's feeding the doggo.
How do we get
Oh.
mushroom arrows?
Would I ever want to use a boomerang arrow?
Because they come back.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, if
Then
all
knock 'em
trick arrows
out,
were
comes
boomerangs,
back.
then we'd have them all.
Coming back at us.
You'd have to.
In the bow.
No, it's not impossible. The first arrow you release just has to be.
I
lit.
love this
Then
bonding.
the second one
So
splits across the
wholesome.
middle.
I call bullshit. You know, I'll just tell every stranger that I see, Hawkeye is full of bullshit. Whoa.
Without effort.
You gotta show me how you just did that.
I love this though.
About the time I met someone.
The shot
I
he
was
didn't
sent to
take.
take her
He, yeah, he was sent to assassinate
I
Nat.
got there when it was time. I couldn't do it. I just had this feeling that she wanted out.
She did.
What I do for a living, it's just a game of managing loss, right? So
It's still hurts. Every time you just reflect. Are they playing the music where she dropped? Because I'm gonna sue.
It's you, isn't it?
Oh.
Everybody dealt with the blip in their own way. I continue doing what I trained by the right people, the right targets, so
You made mistakes, but those are behind you.
no one's tied to me.
At least she's forgiven, but
My family.
obviously he can't forgive himself.
That's why I'm here.
Shit.
It's 3 days until Christmas, and we've got your soundtrack
This is
for the
not
holiday
okay.
season.
This
You're
is-
listening to New York's 107.6 Light FM.
Oh, he's got a Thanos was right cup.
PD facility.
Larp are friends.
Yeah, they're colorful. You're gonna love it.
You know, I like to think of them more
It's
as
your
our
turn now.
heroes.
Okay, go get.
If you want to be the next Hawkeye, you gotta go through LARPing.
Evidence tampering. Hawkeye's trick arrows are in an NYPD facility near the Manhattan Bridge.
I can probably help you out if you make it worth my while.
Oh, goodness. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, sure, totally. Whatever you want. All right.
But I can't convince her of that. And I'm guessing you're the only one who can. This is the final warning.
Sadly, Maya's not gonna listen.
Hey,
With reason.
yeah, what do you think? Took me about 3.5 minutes to get in. So if you see anything out here, just give me a signal, okay? All right.
Fuck's sake. What? Oh my goodness.
Kate.
There you are. I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to you. Can I tell you a secret?
Please don't do this.
I was talking to an Avenger. He's in my ear. Yeah, I'm his partner.
I'll just take this back.
I can help you to the door, no problem.
Oh, that's all
Gets
right.
rid of him,
I
right?
got it from here.
Okay, are you
Uses
sure?
him, though.
It's really no problem.
There it is. Just out in the open. I don't like that.
Got the watch.
Should have been in a secure location, like a lock.
Hang on a minute.
Oh?
Clint, somebody is taking notes on your family.
Oh shit.
Clint,
Why didn't you tell me?
Being out there.
Maya's on the roof with me.
No, Maya is definitely here.
Wait, what? No!
Well, who the hell am I fighting then?
Yelena! Yelena! That's Yelena, isn't it?
Give me a second.
That hurt.
She did the pose! She did the pose! Oh. That's my Yelena, isn't it? Oh my, it's kind of cool though. You're not gonna lie, right?
Pull me up.
Oh shit! No! Oh, come on! That was hitting. No! Ooh, oh, what the heck? Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Let's see it! Yes! Ah! My heart! My heart! She did the same thing in Black Widow. Oh my god.
You hear me?
He's just trying to protect her with the stakes being raised. Yelena's entered the chat, yo! Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy. I love Yelena so much. Like, going, you can check out the Black Widow reaction, actually. Just to see my love for Yelena shine. But it's just growing it's just going to grow at an exponential level. I just like the idea that, obviously, this is the episode she was introduced in where grief played a very important role in things, so... which I'll talk about more in the thought section. Let's see if there is indeed a post-credit scene. Is there? Is there? Is there? Because there was rumored to be a post-credit scene. So I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. It could be just a false... yeah. No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is. I think we were duped. Yeah, I think we were duped. Okay, okay. So, cool. No post-credit scene, folks. But, there is a Yelena, which I am so happy about. And I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Not just that, though. But next week is going to be amazing. Next Wednesday is going to be amazing because I am 99.9% convinced, like I said, with Uncle, that he is going to make his appearance in episode 5. And it's an interesting story. Charlie Cox just got announced to be the MCU Daredevil. Going to my theories last week... so that's going to be a great day for me, because then later on Wednesday, your boy's going to see No Way Home. So, I'm honestly inclined to think that this is probably heading towards my favorite Disney Plus MCU show. It has just been so incredibly epic for these past 4 episodes, and things are only going to hotten up from here. Because now we've got Yelena on the scene, who my heart bleeds for so much. I cherish her. She must be protected at all costs. And I'm excited to see what happens with her, because I do have a feeling that she's going to obviously be swayed in a good sense. So, yeah. Obviously, at the end of Black Widow, she was pretty much out for blood against Clint for obvious reasons. And, yeah, they really hit, they really, hit hard with the Natasha references in this episode, not just in terms of Clint going into, backstory, and you heard the Vormir theme in the background, which was not okay, but even Kate, like, I gotta say, it was kind of cool with the, like, kind of, I don't know, Mission Impossible, kind of shot, I guess, that it was seemingly focused on, and obviously Kate was gonna survive. But boy, when Clint just peered over, nope, and, you know, you cannot blame him for trying to push away Kate, with the fact that he knows that a Black Widow assassin has now entered the game, which is obviously, from his experience, bad. But Kate is so determined, I'm going to stick around to the end. I want to help out. But I think this fight with Yelena was a real eye-opener for Clint. Despite the kind of wholesomeness that they had, decorating the tree and all of that, he needs to realize he can't put someone else's life at risk, especially someone who is I'd say still new to the scene. She's obviously had years of practice, but you get the idea. And with the fact that there was that parallel to Nat, of course, which is still playing on his mind for obvious reasons, one can't blame Clint for wanting to protect Kate. And yeah, obviously Kate wants to, you can understand why Kate wants to help out the way she can do, but yeah, you can't really blame Clint for wanting to take this solo. But I think he is obviously, like we've seen with last week's episode, that Kate was pretty fundamental when Clint's hearing was gone, when the hearing aid got smashed. So I think it's, in my mind, he needs her and she needs him, but I can't blame Clint for wanting to push Kate away. So yeah, but plus, you just love Haley and Jeremy's chemistry, so you can't exactly put that in the bin. You just love seeing them two on screen together. They work so well, and I think this episode showcased a pretty good example of that when they were talking about how Clint was, of course, tasked to kill Natasha in Budapest. That was a really beautiful moment, especially with how not just how understanding Kate was, but when she found out that Clint was Ronan. I really loved her reaction then. The idea that there is this acceptance, and not just that though, but she was able to figure it out. I mean, Clint did say about the fact that you might be onto something in regards to Jack, which we'll get to in a moment, because but yeah, that was just the cherry on top, really, when Kate was able to deduce that Ronan and Hawkeye were the same person, in a sense, because obviously Clint wants to put that behind. That's a side of his life that he never wants to revisit, but it's stained to him, and he's even said, "I've got to make it right. I cannot go back to my family until I make it right, until I kind of make up for what I did as Ronan." So, yeah. But I really did love how well she took it, though, because I had this fear that things were going to blow up between Kate and Clint, but I really loved how understanding she was, that she was very, very accepting, and she understood that the hurt he was going through, and that he is still right now, to this day, he is still the inspiring Avenger that Kate saw him as. So, I really, really love how understanding Kate was in regards to the Ronan reveal, and how it wasn't, played out for dramatics or whatever. If this was the CW, probably this would span out for a couple of more episodes in terms of Kate not being able to process this. But I think that speaks volumes as well in regards to Kate's how kind-hearted and how wholesome Kate is. So. Yeah. But I really, really loved this episode. I'm so happy Yelena is in the fray. It was always, obviously, I feel like it was always a matter of when she would appear. Not if, of course. Like, if you watched Black Widow, then you kind of had a feeling where this was heading. So it was always a matter of when. What episode is she appearing on? I need Yelena. But just seeing Yelena. And yeah, it was just so good. So, yeah. But I'm really excited for more Yelena. I want Yelena and Kate to be besties. I could see them going down that route, especially with Kate's personality. Yelena's I could see it happening. And like I said, Yelena's going to be swayed to the right side at some capacity, because not only is she going to be taking, I guess, the mantle that Nat had, but also she's going to have to get her facts straight, isn't she? Because she was led to believe that Clint was, he killed Natasha. And whilst Clint might feel some guilt to the fact that he let Natasha die when Natasha took the fall, and she was willing to take that sacrifice, obviously Clint wasn't responsible for Nat's death. Nat did something sacrificial, and yeah. But I did really like the reflection, not just the reflection on Nat in this episode, but also how grief tied in really well with Yelena's return, because Clint is still dealing with a lot of grief in regards to Nat, understandably, to the point where I really loved that moment. The best shot I took was the one I never. And, there was a few seconds I was like, oh, I wonder what that means. Is it like, is it the one that you haven't took yet? But it's always going to be the moment where he didn't kill Nat. So yeah, back in Budapest, and that all was in relation to when Nat killed when she thought she killed Dreykov and Dreykov's daughter, because I guess the tables turned, but we heard Nat's perspective of it, and Clint, we heard his perspective of it in this episode. So yeah, but obviously Black Widow delved into what happened in Budapest, because that was always a good mystery in regards to Clint and Natasha's connection and what happened in Black Widow, and in this we got perspectives on both sides, really. So but like I said, this episode really ties in well with grief, because Clint reflecting on what happened with Nat, and the Vormir theme, and even Kate just having a bit of deja vu for Clint. It ties in well with Yelena's return, because Yelena is still dealing with that grief of Natasha being gone, to the point where she's willing to kill Clint as soon as possible, because in her mind, he is responsible for Nat's death. So obviously Val fed her information, but that's obviously to get him out the picture. So yeah, but I really did like how grief was a very important subject in this episode, with Clint reflecting on Nat, and there was a few references, there was a few scores that was just not cool. So you talk about Budapest in Clint's perspective, you played the Vormir theme, you had Kate just give Clint a bit of a scare. Come on, I am not okay. But yeah, it was I will say it was kind of cool with the way that it was shot, because it was kind of like Mission Impossible, or maybe Die Hard. I guess that might be a bit more appropriate. I guess, I don't know. I'm just saying Die Hard because Christmas movie, although that's a can of worms, isn't it? So yeah. Speaking of Christmas movies, though, there was a second where Kate was, of course, trying to get to Clint's position when he was fighting Yelena. I was kind of reminded of Home Alone, where the I've forgotten their name, the Wet Bandits, yeah, they were stuck middle of the rope trying to get from one end to the other. I was kind of reminded about that, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was deliberate, because Home Alone, Christmas movie, and of course this is a Christmas theme, a Christmas centric series, so I wouldn't be surprised if that is deliberate, kind of like how the Santa Claus is when Kate had the DVDs, that would be a deliberate, by putting the Santa Claus in front of all the other Christmas kind of movies, because Disney. So yeah, but yeah, I really loved this episode. Love the LARPers getting back into things, and I guess they're going to be making costumes for Kate and Clint, because Kate's marketing scheme, it's going to come to fruition. So yeah, but I also do like the idea that the LARPers are going to be responsible for designing their costumes, because they will, like in the real world, they'll design some pretty sick costumes. So I do kind of like the idea of the community helping out with Clint and Kate. So yeah, but yeah, I really thought this was a great episode, especially when Clint, going way back to the beginning, Kate and Clint went obviously to confront both Jack and Kate's mother, who we kind of got that affirmation that the mum is definitely shifty when she was on the phone, can't talk right now, etc. I have a feeling she might have been speaking to a certain kingpin, potentially. We'll see. But yeah, Jack's completely, like, in my mind, I mean, even before this episode, he would always be a red herring, but I think this episode solidified things with the mum on the phone, and not just that, though, but with Jack being the CEO and being part of that laundering money situation, there is suspicion that he is accepting, of course, this situation from assumingly Kingpin. I don't think so. I think he is naive, because I think there is an important bit of detail. Might be stretching here, but he got certain catchphrases wrong, so I feel like that's kind of foreshadowing to how he is not catching on and is being used by the mother, if that makes sense. I feel like Jack is just doing his best to just be impressionable, just be nice, really, and yeah. But he is just getting played like a damn fiddle by the mum, and the mum is using his naiveness to her advantage by framing him potentially so she can get away scot-free, whilst she is the real culprit behind all the shit that's going down. So yeah, but yeah, I'm just so excited with Yelena's return. And if Kingpin does show up next week, then next Wednesday will be my death day. Because you have Kingpin return, which I'll be so stoked about. And then later on that day, a few hours even, I'll be, well, not just potentially, I'll be seeing Spider-Man No Way Home, but also potentially seeing Charlie Cox back, Andrew Garfield, even though he says he's not in it, but, yeah. And I'm the king of the universe. And Tobey Maguire. I'm not going to survive next Wednesday if Kingpin does return, so I have hope. But we do have Yelena back, and it will be very exciting to see where things go from here with her. So, yes, but pretty ace episode. I would say that this is probably my favorite episode so far of Hawkeye. I know I said last week was my favorite episode, but obviously this episode didn't come out yet, but they are upping the bar, and like I said, I feel like I am more and more attuned to this show. I feel like the show is slowly but surely about to become my favorite of the Disney Plus MCU shows, which is pretty amazing considering Loki was outstanding, and yeah, so, but all awesome stuff with this episode, and has me very excited for next week. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!